Hello, everybody. This is Stevie Ray, one half of the greatest tag team in all of professional wrestling. You are listening to WNS Podcast.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source Podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 257 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can find us on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Twitter. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. And you can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear.
And you can also follow Daniel on the streets of Beaumont. Just good luck.
I'm not normally on the streets, but okay.
Streets of Beetlejuice.
Normally I'm at work. I'm not on the streets there either. Why are you doing that?
I'm at his house.
No.
The door.
No.
Hello.
No.
Going to get
Just
food.
shoot me a message on Facebook or something.
Yeah,
Just
come on over.
nope. We ain't doing that. So
Doing what?
welcome to the show.
Want to know his address?
No, they do not.
Don't worry, I don't know the address on top of it.
So welcome to the show. First show of 2016. New year, new whatever. Tired of that new year, new me crap.
Yeah. I know a lot of people. What's your resolution? I don't have a resolution.
Mine is to get married. It's the one thing that I can actually do. Yay!
I don't have a resolution.
Anything you're going to try and quit?
Huh?
Anything you're going to try and quit?
Really, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to somehow try to make more money. That's what I want. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah, more money,
More
less work. That's what everyone
money,
wants.
Less problems.
Yeah.
What?
Like they say, I got 99 problems and money could solve about 87 of them. So welcome to the show. Hope you had a great New Year's. Tyler, did you have a good New Year's?
It was.
Saw you wearing like a Snow White pajama pants or something like that. And
My wife got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? I was like, okay, I'll wear it. And she was happy about it. Well, she said we were going over there to her friend's house. And it's like, oh, it's pajama party. You want me to pick you up some pajamas? I was like, sure. I trust you.
no longer.
No longer. I told her, I was like, don't worry, I will remember this.
Yeah?
I will definitely remember this.
You know?
I mean, I wore it like a champ, but
Well,
I will remember.
you know what they say. Happy wife, happy life.
Sure.
So you don't want the wife to be angry at you.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. As long as whatever it takes to make her happy, that's what you got to do. Yeah.
Here goes for you. Let me go play video games now. Thank you.
Did you get to play video games? Did you enjoy your break? Your 2 week long break?
It wasn't 2 weeks.
A week and a half, however long it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You know how many days I got off? 2.
2?
Yeah. I got Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. And the corresponding Sundays.
Get further in Fallout.
Yeah. I have not been playing Fallout 4. I bought Fallout 4 and Just Cause 3 over the Christmas break, and I have been playing Just Cause 3.
I'm going to get that.
And it is amazing.
All the craziness.
Should we plug our gamer tags or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Alright, well, mine's the same on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So if there are any gamers out there, it's WNS Daniel for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So feel free to shoot me a message and say, hey, what's up?
360, like I couldn't log into the account, so I had to change my name.
Yeah.
Or no, make a new one actually.
New account.
New account. So,
Mhm.
on PlayStation, TJH, and then space mode. Well, I don't know if there's a space. You can try it with a space or with not a space.
You don't even know.
I forget. And then,
So you got to build a franchise like me, the WNS Daniel thing.
and then on Xbox.
Adam Cole Pro.
Yeah, Well, that's not He'll get a surprise. It's the Mr. A-Bear. It's capital T, then H-E, space, capital M, then R, then space, then capital A, then B-E-A-R. I didn't know.
There you go.
This must be new. I remember with 360, you couldn't have spaces with names and stuff. Now, I can have space.
Mine, I used to, for my old gamer tag, I had to put like underscore. No, I had spaces. I had spaces for the 360.
Really?
Yeah. So there you go. So if you want to game with us, although Tyler might have to wait a little bit, but
yeah, I don't have the internet right now.
Yeah, not yet, but soon. But yeah, shoot me a message, a friend request, whatever. Just let me know who you are first, because 9 times out of 10, I will ignore it.
Yes.
And be like, I don't know this person.
I'm the same way. If I don't know you, I'm like,
Yeah. So at least say, hey, I'm listening from the podcast, and
one thing, like,
you told me to send you a friend request.
I like how the box is Xbox One. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I like to feel the controller. I've always liked the controller of Xbox more.
And not to mention that the PS4 PlayStation Network was taken down for like a day again this week.
Really?
Like people couldn't access it or something like that.
That's lame.
And no statements were made by PlayStation or Sony about the situation. So people were starting to get frustrated. And I'm like, I'm kind of glad I picked up an Xbox, because they haven't, if they have any issues, they address it and fix it.
I got the bundle.
Yeah.
The Tomb Raider stuff.
Nice.
It comes with like the code and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to play.
So don't.
Tomb Raiders. I
Don't.
wonder if I can sell them to GameStop and they'll give me something. All you do, because you pull a thing that has a code but has a barcode on it.
Gotcha.
I wonder if I can sell them and get credit for it.
Probably not. I doubt it. I mean, you might want to call before making a special trip all the way over there for that.
One thing I liked about 360, there's a lot of things I like about 360, but I like the old ones where you can detach the
hard drive.
Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it was kind of nice and convenient. Now it's like, oh, now I got to bring the whole thing.
At least I got a terabyte.
Yes.
Now
that's what you were looking for.
I like my PlayStation 4. I really do.
Yeah.
There is a way that you can switch out a hard drive, but
I have a terabyte, so.
For your PS4?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, I got the Destiny bundle that came with a terabyte.
I got the Destiny bundle that didn't come with a terabyte.
The white one?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe mine's 500 then. I don't know. I could have sworn it was, but maybe I'm wrong.
Now I'm thinking, I don't know.
Now you got me second guessing myself.
Or not, because I'm trying to clean it, but they have like marks on the white. I'm like, oh.
That sucks.
But no, I'm right now. I'm not playing anything on Xbox. Oh, also a thing I don't like is because 360 you don't have to download games and stuff, like because the backwards compatibility you have to download the game, play it.
Yeah.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking to see if there is a Destiny 1 terabyte, because I could have sworn that's the one that I got, but maybe I'm wrong.
The things I'm playing right now, it's for PS4, is switching between WWE 2K16 and then
Nice.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't have nothing for. Well, I'll have those 2 games for Xbox. Find it?
Well, I'm trying to find the information on it. It says just a PlayStation 4 console, Glacier White. I don't know, screw it. I could have sworn that I had a terabyte, but whatever. So welcome to the show. Got quite a bit to talk about. Only one bit of feedback. No Q&A this week. So for those of you who are listening, if you do have any questions for us, feel free to drop us a line on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, something like that. Yeah. So let's dive on in, because there is quite a bit to talk about. The first bit of feedback we have is from Brian, saying congrats you guys on 5 wonderful years of podcasting. I hope you enjoyed doing it as much as we have all enjoyed listening to you. Also hope you guys had a great holiday season. Oh, and he does have a question, so I was mistaken on that. My question this week is about NXT. Do you think an additional singles championship, like NXT TV title or something, would be beneficial to the show? It would give the men who aren't in the hunt for the main championship an accolade to feud over. Just wanted your thoughts, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. first off, well, maybe, because the way they do it is fine. You've got, your regular feuds, you've got your feud for the title, and you've got your women's feud, and you've got your tag team feud.
Well,
so that's
air just for like an hour.
Yeah, just for an hour. They cover a lot of ground. And you do have to kind of wonder if adding another title into the mix would put too much space between each story. Because let's say on average they get about 4 matches in. That's only 4 stories that they can tell. They'll have like a backstage segment here and there and stuff like that. But the primary focus on NXT is the action.
Yeah.
So if you have a major title, minor title, and tag title, and a women's title, that's your full hour right there. So you don't really have much room for additional stuff. Now, if they wanted to do, all right, this week we'll focus on women's and tag, and next week we'll focus on minor and main, then that'll give you 2 matches per hour to focus on other stories, which, for a pay-per-view, that'd give you 6 matches right there. So, it's a hit or miss.
We're going to be like TNA and bring in women's tag belts.
No, they don't need to do that.
I'm just joking.
I mean, there's nothing, I'm not saying that that NXT couldn't do it, because they have very talented women on NXT. But
they should tag belts for women.
A minor title would be fine, but as long as it's used correctly. I mean, heck, look at the WWE. They have 3 hours to fill, and they have the main, 2 minors, a tag, and a Divas championship. So they have 5 belts, and how often do they get focus?
Yeah, they can make, and don't let it be Zack Ryder's title.
The internet. Yeah.
But not Zack Ryder's.
Yeah, because a TV title only really comes into play if it's on TV, whereas they're being televised on the network. Yeah. So, I don't know. But I get where your head is at. And like I said, I think if they were to do it, they would have to split the focus per episode up, which they do as it is now. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so thanks for the question. Thanks for the feedback. But let's talk about the
chicks, man.
Chicks, man. Yeah, how about those chicks? What kind of chicks you want to talk about? Chickens? Yeah. Oh. So, firsties. So, wait. Shit. All right. Let's test this out.
Test.
Okay.
1,
you there?
2. I'm
Welcome
here.
back. Okay.
All right.
For some reason, whatever, unbeknownst to me, I did not do a mic check before the show. Okay. So we got you now.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
The people wanted to hear about your year. Oh dear. Anyways,
I fear.
you fear? Yes. You fear the worst. Stop. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. We'll edit that in post.
Yeah.
So, well, good thing we caught that a little early.
Glad you caught it.
Yeah. So, the big news in the wrestling world is actually a rumor that's going on right now. Hasn't been completely confirmed, but sources are leading that it is going to be true, and that is that AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, I can never say his first name right. I'll just call him Nakamura. Heavily rumored to be heading to WWE. It is also rumored that Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson are on the way as well. And like I said, the four men have not signed contracts yet, but they are expected to do so shortly once they finish up existing commitments.
There must be some truth behind that, because unless they just want to pull our chain.
I mean, the
WWE posts it. That's weird.
Yeah, when WWE starts posting about AJ Styles, you got to know something's up.
Something strange. Okay, well, first they posted the article. It's like, this week there's been buzz about these 4 guys maybe signing all that stuff, and like, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Finn posted, what was the first thing he posted about them? He's waiting on them, or?
Oh, the picture?
Not the picture. It was before that. He did another.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
And then also, I don't know, one of their matches, Carl Anderson had the trunks with Finn Balor's like the red, like the monster.
Oh, the demon?
Yeah, like on the side right there. So, and Finn posted that and stuff like that. So, I don't know. And then, okay, that article I sent you, WWE posted. On Facebook, they posted it. Then 2K posted it. Then Jim Ross posted it.
Yeah.
Because he goes, there's some weight behind this because, WWE wouldn't post something like that. Oh, we're going to trick you. And we don't know if all 4 guys will.
Are these guys heading to the WWE? Well, shit, you're the WWE. You tell us.
I wonder, I bet this wasn't part of the plan for it to get out.
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't. But I mean,
we can roll with it.
Yeah.
And then today, well, when we're recording this is the 6th.
Yeah.
They
Wednesday.
posted, oh, hey, check out AJ Styles' debut back in the 90s. Was it the 90s?
Some time ago.
Or maybe early 2000s. But, like, wow. Like, I don't know if he only may have 1 or 2 matches in WWE, or maybe that was. So I'm like, they post that about AJ Styles. I'm like, wow.
Here's the article posted yesterday. The major update on AJ Styles and Nakamura heading to WWE. Quote, the Bullet Club turned on AJ Styles during the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dash event in Tokyo with Kenny Omega, now the leader of the group. The angle was done in order to write Styles out of New Japan upon the news breaking that Doc, Carl Anderson, Nakamura, and himself will all be heading to WWE very soon. It is unknown how the company plans to take the IWGP Intercontinental Championship off of Nakamura, but if he is indeed heading to WWE, it will need to be done soon. The likely candidate for the strap appears to be Omega. New Japan officials were reportedly upset that the news of several of their top names leaving broke before they could play out the angle. Japan is known for its traditional and tight-lipped approach to storytelling. While the 4 men have not signed contracts, they are expected to do so. And Dave Meltzer reported yesterday.
I was going to say, that's probably Observer. Some of the American people that couldn't.
Oh, yeah. Can't keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it's exciting, though.
The way that Styles has elevated his career since leaving TNA, he has become one of the hottest wrestlers that's out there right now.
I've always liked AJ Styles, even through the worst parts of TNA.
Yeah.
Even there's sometimes I'm like, I don't like what you're doing. Like I know Doug, when we talked about different things, like when I know some people like, who would you want to see? And we mentioned a lot of people. I remember Doug saying, like I said, AJ, and he's like, I don't know about AJ. I'm not into AJ right now.
Yeah.
And like everything has changed. He doing good over there in Japan, man.
Yeah, well, he's elevated his career. He's made his product more valuable.
Well, also, I was watching an episode of I think it's called Japanology, whatever, where they interview things of Japan and they talk about what's big, whatever. It's like stuff, it could be food, whatever. One of them was actually the wrestler Kenny Omega. Why he likes it. He's from Canada and all that stuff. And then I forgot where I was going with this. Sorry, what was that? What was the talk? Hang on, I totally just blanked.
Omega.
No, before that, what was I saying?
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
How you've been a fan of his?
No. Oh my gosh, there was a point, and I totally was blanking. What the heck?
Typical A-Bear storytelling.
Shush. No, there was a point.
You set it up, and then you drop the ball.
That's gonna bother the hell out of me. I can't believe I just forgot that out of nowhere.
Where were you going with this, man? And how AJ Styles has elevated his career, he's made himself valuable, and now he's going to be in the WWE, possibly.
Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. It'll come to me. Good Lord, that's
so sad.
So sad.
So sad. It'll be all right, man. I got your back.
Yeah. Dang it. But no, AJ Styles, I'm super excited to. Oh, I knew what I was going to say now. Just tell you. Kenny Omega was talking about, he was actually in WWE for a while, maybe in developmental and stuff like that. And he was telling the guy, in the States. He was part of the big company for a while, but they like to have control of all the stuff. Like over here in Japan,
You can do what you want.
you can do what you want. There's no control. Let you be you. And that's why AJ stuff. I mean, I don't know how much free roam they have in TNA. I do not. Maybe they have more. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have more in WWE. But, you know, he did what he wanted to do, and look how big he is, you know?
Yep. So, you know, like I said, absolutely huge news that this is going on. And we haven't even talked about Nakamura possibly heading there. And it does kind of worry me a little bit because, like, remember how hyped we were when we found out that Kenta was going to WWE, and, you know, then he was in NXT, and then he got injured, and I don't really know.
You know, there is hype to big international stars. Like, look at, and I can't think of his other name. I know Doug would probably like, you're stupid, but the original Sin Cara, that was huge. Mystico, that was it. But he turned out to.
Well, that was also unwilling to adapt the WWE style of wrestling. Because I'm going to go out there and work my style, and that's just going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
But that was also in fault of WWE for not sending him to NXT for a little bit, saying, "Hey, learn how we do it. This is what we do." And then we'll get you back up there. But they needed a new star. So.
I don't think we're like, injuries happen. That's why Kenta is where he is right now. He hasn't done too much because of injury. Yeah. But after he gets back, I think that they're gonna fire him back up. You know.
Yeah. But it does kind of worry me because it's like, how high can he really ascend in the WWE? You know. Yeah.
Or Nakamura.
Both.
I guess there's a big chance no, but I mean, I guess never say never.
So all I know is that it's exciting times.
I'm telling you, it's exciting for all four.
Yeah.
The main guy. You know who they want, AJ.
Yeah.
That's a big guy. They're gonna skyrocket, or hopefully skyrocket,
or tarnish his career,
or they may be part.
They'll make him job to Zack Ryder every week,
or three of those guys, Carl Anderson,
Doc
Gallows, and AJ will be part of Balor Club.
Yeah, and that is a high rumor.
Well, those pictures he's been posting.
Yeah,
but
Finn
doesn't
Balor.
mean AJ will be part. I mean, he could. AJ and Finn, I don't think were part of Bullet Club at the same time. So they were both the leaders at different times.
But there are rumors circulating right now that the Royal Rumble might be the debut for all of these guys, and even a possible call up for Finn Balor to start that sort of Balor Club storyline. But like I said, that's just rumor at the moment, so don't look too far into it. It would be cool to see, but we'll just have to see what the future holds for it. But yeah, just absolutely insane.
Those guys are in it. Oh no, Samoa Joe! Not call-ups, but they're just in it for the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
what?
I mean, my God.
Wow.
You know, NXT is booming with talent as it is, and to bring these guys in as well.
Chad Gable, Jason Jordan.
Yeah,
they're in there. What?
And that's kind of the sad thing is, like, NXT has so much talent, but the roster on the main roster is so full that you can't bring these guys in because it's like, okay, well, you bring in these guys, you got to get rid of some other guys.
Let's do some trade outs.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring some people up.
All right.
Bring some people back into NXT.
Okay. All right. Well, let's dive into this a little bit. Let's see. Who would you want to call up from NXT?
Now?
Yeah. If Raw were to have, static, and then the NXT logo popped up on the screen.
The crazy part is, like, I don't think they should have Finn, Samoa Joe, and Sammy all come up at the same time. Then who do you have?
Right. Exactly. And that's
Baron
the thing.
Corbin.
Yeah, you can keep him down there. And that's another thing is that you have to consider you're bringing people up, so you got to send people down, or you got to bring new people in.
Or you have to bring new people in.
Yeah.
But there's more people that they're training, like Biff and
right.
Swan. But okay, if they're gonna do the Balor Club stuff, I guess
bring...
So you got to bring Finn. You bring in AJ. You bring in Doc. You bring in Luke. Or Anderson. So that's 4 spots right there. So now you have to send 4 people down to NXT.
Zack Ryder's already down there, but he makes Raw appearances.
Yeah.
It's really not helping him, though, with Mojo Rawley and all. I feel like they're not really helping him. That's sad. But
he's there more to help Mojo.
Probably.
Like that veteran experience.
I mean, this is going to go into Raw a little bit, but that Misfits group.
The Social Outcasts?
Yeah.
All right, so you got Slater, Axel, Bo Dallas. Who was the 4th one?
Is it Adam Rose?
Yeah, Adam Rose. Okay, so there's your 4. So you send those 4 back to NXT to bring in the new 4? Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think if there's anyone else just in case, or maybe I want to switch out.
What about Nakamura? Who would you send down in order to have him there? Or you can always fire him. Sad but true.
They need to let... Well, that sounds bad. Let goes. If you think about it, there is a lot, but there's not too many people in the roster if you think about it.
Yeah.
There is, but it's not. I mean, for spots, yes, but like, you remember how the roster used to be booming and stuff? I went on WWE.com, and you can see the people in the roster. It's technically not.
It's not
a lot.
Yeah. But the talent that they have are talented people. But, I guess the world needs jobbers. So.
Yeah. I was about to say he could bring the Ascension back down to NXT.
All right, send the Ascension back down. So that's two spaces. So 1 for Nakamura. And who would you bring up from NXT for that?
Shoot, I don't know. Have to bring one person up.
I would assume that if Finn leaves, Joe has to stay.
Yeah.
Because you got to have a new champion.
Joe could take the belt off him for a while. And then they can probably do a Sami Zayn Joe feud, I guess. Or if
send down the
if Hideo returns, they can have some Mojo Hideo feud.
Yeah. Send out the Ascension, bring in Gable and Jordan.
Sure. I'm down for that. Dude, Jordan, he don't care if you're big or whatever. He'll still, German suplex your ass.
But then you would still need to make a spot for Nakamura.
Unless you want to leave Nakamura in NXT.
Would you do that, though?
I don't know.
See, it's tricky. It's tough. It's a tough position.
Times I'm glad I'm not making those decisions.
Not that guy?
Not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fate of those guys in your hand, but
that could be a good question for the listeners for this week. If you're bringing in these 4 talented dudes, who are you sending down to NXT? Because you got to make room for them. And if there's someone you would bring up for NXT, you have to do a trade-off.
Yeah.
So if you're bringing someone in from NXT, someone's got to go back down to NXT, and you're obviously bringing 4 people in, so you got to send 4 people down.
It's really cool to see someone that didn't really get over in WWE or try to and wasn't successful. Left, did stuff in Japan, come back. WWE wants you now.
Yeah.
Gallows.
Yeah. No kidding.
Because he was Festus.
Festus.
The guy, you ring a bell, he's going to he's not responsive. Then later on, to get him out of that character and Straight Edge Society and CM Punk, I got him off drugs and stuff. And then that was cool. Still was pretty cool, but it wasn't over.
What was his name?
Luke Gallows.
Luke Gallows. And then he goes over to TNA and joins Aces and Eights.
Aces and Eights. Yeah, and then still doing stuff with, they left and he did stuff in Japan and other places.
And then joins Bullet Club.
Yeah. So now that the
he's
Bullet Club,
he's all about joining groups.
Hey, man. Now he's a hot commodity.
Yeah.
But hopefully
he's part of a package deal. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll do good back in WWE. Okay, you're doing hot in Japan, and then you come over and you think you're going to do hot in WWE.
And you don't.
And if you don't, do you say again, fuck you, WWE. I've been in there twice. Even you got me when I was on a hot run in Japan, and I tried, but you kind of hold the reins back. Do you still say, I don't want to fucking ever go to your company anymore.
Well, that's a very good point, and I feel that the shadow is definitely being cast over Gallows and Anderson. With AJ Styles, with Nakamura coming in. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's Gallows and then too. So I feel like if there's going to be success, it's going to be in favor of Styles or Nakamura. And Gallows and Anderson are going to be...
if they pull a trigger on the Balor Club thing,
well, yeah,
they're going to still be in the shadow of Balor, and they're still going to be popular because now this is the chance. And it's a good idea.
They're going to be brought in as the side muscle.
Yeah, well, it's also good because it's he was just wearing the Balor Club for a long time. It was just him.
Yeah,
it's just him. Now it's a chance. Hey, even though I know you start the Bullet Club, it's our it was big. I mean, it's still big. It's our chance to make our version of the Bullet Club.
Yeah. So, I mean, would you even consider keeping Balor in NXT, send Gallows and Anderson down there?
I feel like if they're going to have to be with Balor right now.
No matter where Balor is.
Unless they will pull a trigger and let them be a hot, awesome tag team, which I kind of feel like they won't.
No.
And
it sort of seems to me that right now WWE is sort of doing a factions resurgence, because you've got the Wyatt family, you've got the New Day, now you have the Social Outcasts, you've got the League of Nations.
Yeah,
so I mean that's 4 groups right there.
Which is cool, but
yeah,
I don't know.
So it seems like it's going to be sort of a turf war, kind of.
You have the ECW guys
who weren't even
but whatever.
That was a short appearance type of thing.
Might as well have a group in NXT if they just. I don't know if they bring them up or leave them in NXT or whatever, but
it's tricky.
It is tricky.
And you've got the unconfirmed, but they at least have a name, the family, with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos. They're sort of a group.
Yeah, whatever. But no,
whatever to that.
It's exciting, and I'm gonna. Knowing rumors and stuff, I want it. Well, I'm half and half.
Yeah,
I want to get to the Royal Rumble because I'm pumped for all this stuff, but I'm also not pumped for which
for the match itself.
We will get into when we talk about Raw.
Yeah, and but and I'm glad we're having these kind of discussions because it's something outside the norm. It's something that it's not cookie cutter episode that we've done in the past. I like having these discussions. So for those of you who are listening, make sure to weigh in on this conversation. If you're bringing in 4 new talents, do you send them to NXT or do you bring them right up to the main roster? And if you do bring them up to the main roster, who do you take their place? Whose place are they taking?
I'm telling you, AJ's going to keep his name.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they are promoting him like that. And plus, he has a freaking tattoo, a big tattoo on his side that says AJ.
Yep. Oh, they can easily just make him wrestle in a vest or a shirt or something like that.
Could or whatever.
No, sorry, you got to cover that up.
They can't just call him AJ because we did have AJ Lee or whatever, but it'll be AJ Styles.
Yep.
And plus, he's a brand. I mean, he made himself. So we're gonna get him in like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles.
Well, see, that's what I want to know. I want to know what the deal is for Samoa Joe.
Yeah, I would
because
like
did he sign a contract that says I keep the rights to my name and you keep the profits, or what's the deal on that? Same with James Storm. He came in as James Storm, and now he's obviously back over in TNA, and that's one of the hot topics for this week is that he's back over at TNA, signed a 2-year contract. WWE offered him $100,000 a year, and TNA said, "No, screw that. We'll offer you $200,000 to come and work for us."
We talk about wrestling. We may not. We know certain information and some things we don't.
Right.
It's just people through the internet and people we talk about and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know? Because there was rumors and there was TNA couldn't pay their staff, they couldn't pay that much.
How are they going to pay $200,000 a year? That's $400,000 for one person on your roster.
Even though we know that Dixie's dad has a lot of money.
How much more money can he funnel into that company, though?
I don't know, but I mean,
it's like eventually
it could be wrong, but
you got to cut up the credit card.
A lot of people are like, that Red Pop is very welcome to them and stuff, and they were
more power to them. But this has got to be their last effort. I mean, if they can't sustain on Pop, I honestly have no idea where they're going to go from there. And I didn't watch Impact this week, and the reviews that I've been hearing are mediocre.
I want to try to go back and watch it and see how it was.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that the big surprises that they had led up to it.
Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Mike Bennett and Marina Kanellis. Nothing against them, but it fell flat. The title match or the whole tournament leading into the title match was kind of worthless. It just like threw it all out the window. Just disappointment. I would, if there are some, avid TNA watchers, I would like to hear back from them.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I didn't watch it. I'm only going based off of what I've seen from comments.
But also going back to James Storm and all that stuff, to me, it's. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for you
Absolutely.
and your family. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
It still sucks for me. I feel like because I want to see him in WWE. That's me probably being selfish.
A little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
I was like, that is cool. That is really cool. And then it was like, no.
And you have to. You also have to think. I've got X amount of years left in my career.
Yes.
Realistically speaking.
We talked about this earlier. So.
Do I go with, 5 years at 100,000, or do I go 2 years at, 200,000? It's like the short answer would be to go for the more money now because you don't know where you're going to be in 2 years.
Yeah, like people like want him, but WWE would take AJ Styles more than him,
right.
like that. So, and from my understanding, he's like late 30s. Mm-hmm. So I mean, some people are like, I still got to go there where the money is too.
Right.
And he would have been in NXT, but you don't even know how long he would have been in NXT.
If at all, he would have gotten out of there.
Yeah.
Like he would have just been one of those. We were bringing in a veteran of the ring to show you the ropes, and once he's done competing, he's going to become a trainer here, kind of thing. Like he's never going to get called up. We don't know. We don't know what would have happened. We can only speculate. But
good for him.
And word is that he left on good terms.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the door. It's one of those doors always open if you decide you want to change your mind.
I do like that. I didn't know if he offended them or not.
Yeah, from the way I would take it is, hey man, look, I would love to work here, but this place is offering double the money. Can you match it? If the answer is no, nothing against you guys, but I got to go with that.
How many shows did he work?
Only like 2 or 3, I think.
So not much. Did he do like a interview?
Yeah, he did like a backstage segment, and it seemed like they were going to build towards something, and then he kind of just disappeared. As wrestling storylines tend to do, it kind of just, what happened to that angle? Oh, we stopped that one. Why? Because we can't.
WWE's like going out and doing that part of WWE is doing different things because it's like. They got him to do that for a while, and he wasn't technically under a contract.
Right.
And then they had, what's his name? Tyler Breeze fought that one time. With my blanket.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, Jushin Thunder Liger.
I think that was more of an attraction.
That was an attraction, but still, it's like WWE doesn't do this.
Right. It's kind of. They're doing the good thing that WCW used to do, where they would bring in talent from Japan, where they would bring in talent from Mexico and all over the world, and it's just say, hey, if you want action, this is where it's at. Mm-hmm. They seem to be doing this now, and I'm curious. Like it's got me wondering. Like, okay, in order to tell the story, you've got to map things out. What are they playing at right now? Are we looking at like the future of wrestling where they're actually going to try and promote wrestling over storytelling? Or is it, like Triple H is trying to assemble something so that whenever he gets control, presumably if Vince steps down and gives control to Triple H and Steph, he's going to have the talent that he wants to promote and like secure the future of WWE? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, what's the end game? What are they planning? Know. Are they planning like an NXT invasion angle, or are they just looking to say, look, this is like Triple H just saying, this is my baby, and you gave me control, so I'm bringing in the talent to perform for my show.
Triple H and his staff,
You can say whatever you
Freaking
want
awesome.
about, backstage
we didn't
politics
even,
and
like we don't know Triple H. The things that we got for information back in the past is like, oh, he's a selfish, person. He, only certain people he got over because at a long time ago it was like, who did he Evolution people?
Yeah.
There was John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? That was about it.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
That was about it.
Lesnar until he left.
Yeah, but now look, it's like, it's passing the torch, but it's like I can create the whole thing. And it's like it's freaking awesome. You know?
And he might be selfish, he might be self-centered, but sometimes you gotta be that way in order to be successful. So if someone's not working out in his favor, like CM Punk,
Shield.
Yeah,
That's
Shield.
another,
I know he and CM Punk clashed a lot. We don't know what was said behind those closed doors. We can only go based on what is shared with the world, like the CM Punk podcast on Colt Cabana. But it's one of those things where you know who's in charge over at NXT, and you see what they're doing, and you're like, my God, they're bringing in like all this talent from around the world. They're scooping up the top talent to come and wrestle for this group.
Staff, there's like a lot of people that go search and stuff, and like I don't know, maybe a lot of people I know. William Regal is one of the guys that's like helps with all that stuff too. And
I mean, if you had looked back 4 or 5 years ago, and someone had come up to you and said, in the year 2016, you're going to be seeing Samoa Joe. You're going to be seeing Finn Balor. You're going to be seeing Sami Zayn. You're going to be seeing AJ Styles.
They're
like all these people are going to be, their wrestling name at the time. You say you're going to see Kenta all in one roof, under one roof, wrestling under the WWE name. Would you believe it?
I'd be like, don't hold your breath.
Yeah. It's one of those, well, there's always a possibility, but to get all of those names. Because like 5 years ago, 2011, TNA, that's where AJ Styles was. That was where Samoa Joe was.
The first big shock, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know him at the time. Doug came in, was super excited, showed me stuff, was CM Punk. That was the first big, like, in my opinion, like, indie guy that scene at that time. Like, oh, we're getting this guy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He had a fight against all odds because WWE at that time was not like they are now. And
he was brought into the ECW.
Yeah, I think the second one, in my opinion, was Daniel Bryan. Mm-hmm. They both actually had their fight few things. Actually, I feel like they broke down the door for other guys. It was those two.
Definitely. So, and it makes me sad that Punk is no longer with the company, because it's like, man, if you would have just waited a little bit longer, if you would have just put up with it, I know that you're hurting and I know that you're frustrated and all that, but like, just, I promise that horizon is there. Like, the talent is coming, but, he did what he felt was best for him, and it ended up working in favor for Daniel Bryan that year. And we don't know where everything would be today, but it's like, man, one day maybe he'll come back and Daniel Bryan will be cleared for action, and we'll get to see some amazing talent, amazing action. Because I actually saw a video with Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania weekend last year, and they were like, okay, you're getting ready to compete for the Intercontinental title, blah, 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 blah. But who's someone outside of the WWE that you would like to face? And he goes, Nakamura. He was like, I want to face him. I think he was like, we roomed together for a while.
I also read that on one of the articles that they posted that who was it? Daniel Bryan was trying to pitch that match, like, you get him and have an inter-promotional match or something like that. I'm like, whoa.
It was like, it would be a win-win for both companies. The best in this company versus the best in this company, and who will come out on top. So
it's, I don't know, man. It's just super exciting, like, to see everything. Like, there's just so many things that I'm so excited to see. Like, I'm a guy who likes video games and toys.
Yeah.
To see these guys have their own toys.
It's like, oh my God, we don't have to have the mods anymore.
Like, I have the first Daniel Bryan action figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't caught up like with everything like Doug was doing for a while. I don't know if he's caught up. He was trying to get every Daniel Bryan thing. I got the first Daniel Bryan card for WWE. I gotta have that. But like,
Now you got more stuff to buy.
Like, I want to get Sami Zayn's first figure, Kevin Owens' first figure. Like, I'm super pumped. Like, my favorite character, there's a lot I like in WWE 2K16. Is one of my favorites is Kevin Owens, man. Like, I'm super pumped. Like, I was tired of playing the last game with the created character of him. It's like, yeah, he's cool, but I'm
now
like,
you have his actual moveset.
The legit, the movesets. Even the moveset he doesn't do in WWE that he did in the Indies, they put it in there. Not everything, but certain things like the package pile driver and stuff like that. Just like stuff like that is just like crazy. Like, I remember when Daniel Bryan first came along and did the cow mutilation.
Yeah.
And he stopped doing that. They put that in the game as cattle mutilation. They said
Nice.
there's certain little things that WWE did and stuff. It just gets me excited, and it's just so cool.
I would think that was more to thank 2K Games more than anything.
Probably so.
That was probably like,
But
no,
still-
he's done this move. Let's put it in there.
But still, it's just
Yeah.
so cool. But, there's some certain indie guys who didn't make it along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Colt Cabana
Yeah.
did not make it. Chris Hero didn't make it. It was just a big bummer on those guys, you know?
Actually, I forgot who I was talking to. Oh, it was my coworker when I was telling you about who he was hanging out with. Remember that a couple weeks ago? He actually said that my coworker said that he was wearing a Superman shirt, and that the person was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, that reminds me of my buddy." Said that Hero canceled future dates, and that rumor is from him that he might be going back to WWE.
Really?
Rumor.
Oh.
Don't know for certain,
Yeah, don't take it.
but he's saying that he's stopped taking bookings. So
'Cause I'm telling you, man, I was so bummed that Hero did not make it into WWE. That was a big thing. And I'm like, really? I'm like, come on. It's just, he's put in the work. He's done all the stuff, and he's a great worker. Maybe his physical form is not the best, but look at a lot. Kevin Owens.
yeah.
His form is not the best, but he can out wrestle a lot of people. that are
Well,
in
you
better
also have to think he came into WWE and was like, "I'll do whatever it takes."
Well, he did
to
slim
get
down
there.
a little bit,
Yeah,
Kevin Owens.
he
and
did.
stuff, and he was going to prove himself, and he did. And I don't know if he's toned up more, and they're like maintain or buff up, whatever. But I mean,
But like I said, it's rumored that Hero might be going back to WWE.
so you heard that, but also did you see it on the?
No, haven't seen that anywhere. Might have to do a little research
Yeah,
on
we'll
that
do
just
some
to
research
see.
on that.
So
I would lose my shit if they got him back again. I'm like, oh my god, because I like Chris Hero. I love that name for WWE. I like Cassius Ohno. I thought that was pretty cool.
that was last talk posted in 2014. So, yeah, who
But,
knows?
yeah, who knows?
We'll see.
And it's like, well, can you imagine they're getting all the top talent, and this is a good time for a new talent in the Indies to rise up.
It's time for a new wave.
Yeah.
So make room for new upstarting talent to flood the indie scene while the top talent gets chopped off and dropped in the WWE.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if one day on Raw, Styles, Balor, Joe, Hero, and then returning Cesaro just all show up. Hideo.
Sammy.
Yeah. Can you imagine in that stable? That'd be nuts.
They have a mentor. Who is it? Daniel Bryan.
Oh my God! What? We're known as the indie darlings.
Oh, Michael Cole will get a kick out of that. Kevin Owens.
That'd be pretty cool.
Kevin Owens like, I don't want to be part of your group. I'm going to destroy you all.
Where can I make the most money? With you guys? All right, I guess
I'm
I'm
a
in.
prize fighter.
Yeah. Fighting for that prize.
So, I mean, there is parts that's exciting, but at the same time, there's other parts which I fear for of WWE, like some of the other people. I like Lucha Dragons,
Yeah.
and I know Sin Cara is
Unico.
out.
Well, he's out with an injury.
Injury.
So, yeah.
So they're kind of pushing, what's his name? Kalisto.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Keeping them
there's
in the
certain
spotlight
people
a little
that I
bit.
feel like they're cool, but like, I don't know.
It's like, how do you feel about the New Day? Not the New Day, the Usos.
I like them.
Yeah,
Usos?
I love the New Day. But what are you about the Usos?
Like, what do you mean?
As a tag team, as a, popularity,
I wasn't into him at all. Like, I liked them when they had the belts a little bit, not much. I don't think they suck, but
Yeah.
I really wasn't digging. Like, oh man, this tag team is freaking awesome,
Right.
And I still nothing they've done. Maybe like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Like we say with the New Day,
Right.
they're just there and they're all right, but they're better than there's other tag teams. I feel like they're well.
All right, let's do a little side-by-side comparison. We're having a little fun this week.
Okay.
Side-by-side comparison. Which would you rather take, Usos or Vaudevillains?
For the main roster?
For main roster. And you got to think about like future feuds, turns, excitement, what kind of matches they'd put on.
Okay, I'm going to say Vaudevillains just because I've
Vaudevillains.
had enough of the Usos, if you think about it.
Need something new and fresh.
Yeah.
All right. Usos or Jordan and Gable?
Oh, Jordan and Gable, dude.
All right.
Off the bat.
Jordan and Gable or Vaudevillains?
Jordan and Gable.
Yeah. See, that's
To me, out of everything, like, okay, New Day is hot, trust me. But, like, wrestling-wise, Jordan and Gable are the hottest
they
thing.
are wrestling personified right now.
Like, yes.
Like if you're looking for not mic ability, not entrance, if you're looking for mat technician, wrestling, this is the hottest team I've seen in a very long time.
And WWE created them, huh?
Yes, they bonded together.
Yeah.
Like I watched the Breaking Ground series where it was talking about how they were both wanting to do the the singles routes, and they were put together, and they were like, man, they were both like, man, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere with this. If anything, I'm taking a step back because like I want to be at the top. But then through that, at least on the show, and the show is a little bit overhyped and a little bit dramatic.
Yeah.
But, they were like, through that, we actually found out we have a lot in common. We became like best friends. So like the chemistry, it was instant. So what you see on screen is what you're getting in real life. So these two have gelled as a team. They have gotten way the hell over with the fans.
Oh, for sure.
And it shows with their in-ring ability as well.
I remember when they first came on the scene because I was like, who are these guys? Well, I think
Yeah.
Jordan came along first, and then they showed Gable in the
Gable
background.
was like
Gable
pestering
like,
him.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this guy? He looks funny.
Yeah.
He was just
And then he
saying-
got in the ring and was
he
like,
was
oh,
like-
holy shit. That's
Because I was laughing at him because he did that towel and did that
Yeah.
saying. I was like, this
Ready,
is stupid.
willing, and Gable.
I was like, this, because off that kind of annoyed me a little bit. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is super cheesy. And I saw him in the ring and stuff when they finally put them together and stuff because wasn't Jordan looking for a tag team partner for a while?
Yes.
Gable's like, yeah, pick me.
Yes.
They finally went together and stuff, and they're like,
And then became successful. And then he's
Yes.
like, come on, man, say it. Say ready, willing, and Gable. And he would never do it. And then one day he finally did. It's like, oh my God, he said it, So, yeah, I mean, you could take out just about any tag team on the main roster right now and replace them with Gable and Jordan.
all their stuff they're doing, even like, even Chad Gable. I don't know how tall he is, but I've seen him German suplex Baron Corbin. Was it Baron Corbin?
Yeah, it was.
I was like, what?
Into a bridge.
Into a bridge. That little guy did that to him. And like you don't see that in WWE. You see that in the indies. Little guys suplexing bigger guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is freaking cool.
5'8".
I'm taller than him, yeah.
Yeah, you're like 6'3".
Yeah.
So-
So I'm like, holy moly. Didn't
But-
he do like the rolling power
I don't know.
suplex? German suplex?
I don't know. But, one of the things you always worry about is when they do come up to the main roster, it's like, how are they going to be treated? I feel that if they go out, if they bring them up and say, guys, do what you do in NXT. Go out there and show the world. If they actually let the reins loose a little bit.
If the people who ran NXT would run, I know this is people say this all the time and it's annoying, But I feel there is some truth to that. But I feel like there is some guys who broke the mold and got past, like,
Yeah.
you know, they're super successful and stuff. But there's some people who sink, not sink because of them, it's because of what people tell them to do.
Yeah, exactly. They're not given the opportunity to get over with
You
the
seem
crowd.
like this person who do this, so do this.
Yeah.
Oh, why you're not succeeding?
Yeah.
Because that stupid idea you told me to do.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the things. It's tough to get over whenever you're not given the opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, go out here, wear this, do this, be this way. Oh, it's not working with the crowd. So, you know, rather than blame myself, I'm blaming you, sending you back down to the NXT, or, you know, we're just going to have to cut you. We're just going to have to cut you. So, I don't know. I think that if, you know, like I said, it goes back to me thinking, like, what is Triple H planning for the future? Because, damn, they've got some talent on that roster. You can keep Baron Corbin in NXT forever. I don't care.
I think it's...
Personally, I don't want him in
Do you think
the
it's
main roster.
rare for them to create a superstar that's actually, like, popular, like Gable and Jordan?
No.
Because, no. Because what I mean is... there's a lot of indie people who come in, they're successful, but like creating WWE, like did they create Tyler Breeze?
He created himself, yeah. But yes, he was an NXT guy. He was there from the old OVW days.
But I mean, he is successful, but not super successful.
Yeah.
They created Vaudevillains?
Yes.
Okay, so they're successful. They created Cass and Enzo, we know that. You also got Blake and Murphy.
Get out. But
Womp 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 womp.
no. You know, there are a lot of talented people on that roster, and you know, going back to what we just said, it depends on what they do once they get to the main roster. If they're told, hey, you say this, you do this, this is how you act, this is what you do, you know, and that's coming from Vince, then they're destined to fail because they're not doing what got them to that point. They're doing the old cookie cutter, same old. So, I don't know. But, you know, like I said, if Trips gets the opportunity, I think that he's going to be like, guys, what you see on NXT TakeOver, that's what I want in the ring. You know, when that crowd is going ballistic and losing their minds, that's what I want to see. Like, I'm tired. Me personally, I'm tired of the bland, boring Raws that we've been getting.
The people who create, what's it called? The writers?
Yeah.
And then there's, I don't know this guy personally, but it's just stories everybody's reporting. Even Dave Meltzer, the guy who has connections, who reports it to all the little peons below. Kevin Dunn, man. That guy. There's so many stories about him crushing things and stuff like that. That guy needs to go. So
It's just one of those things. Really weird.
he's part of Vince regime.
Yep. Once he's gone, you know, because I think he's got a big ear or big mouth to Vince's ear,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working out very well
It's
as a ratings show.
Yeah, but I feel like they don't care about ratings either.
No.
So.
But yeah, you know, with that being said, we do have Raw to talk about, which, you know, we'll kind of blaze through because we have had a really nice discussion so far on the show. But we kick it off with Stephanie and Roman doing their usual bit, saying, you know, hey, Vince is going to be the special ref. If he gets in my way, I'm sending him to the hospital. So whatever. Fisting action. After that, we got to see a really good matchup between Kevin Owens and Neville. Neville wanted to get his revenge on Kevin Owens, who attacked him after the win the previous week. Dean Ambrose was on commentary, and Neville ended up getting the win, pinning Kevin Owens. And then Ambrose and Owens brawled afterwards.
My dad really liked that match. I watched Raw with him and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's not familiar with like the newer people and stuff like that. Like all the stuff they did, all the moves and stuff. Because the flips that Neville did, like, oh my gosh, he's gonna hurt himself. I'm like, yeah, Dad. That's how crazy these guys.
These guys are nuts.
These guys are nuts.
They're crazy. They'll hurt themselves. It's always entertaining when you watch it with your dad.
Yeah.
I like hearing the stuff that he says.
Yeah. the time we're like, oh, Daniel Bryan can't beat Kane.
Oh my God, he beat him. Look at that.
Kane's a big guy. He can't beat him. Like when they do like moves and stuff, like all those cool like moves that we like and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, I can't believe he did that. He's gonna hurt himself.
Man, I hope we get Daniel Bryan back soon. That'd be so nice. It'd be nice to see him.
Well, there was stuff he says. He goes,
one way or
things don't
another, I'm
happen.
wrestling.
Yeah, he goes, this may be the end of my WWE career.
Yeah.
WWE career.
Yeah.
Not the end of his career.
If it takes me going to TNA or Ring of Honor, I'm going to wrestle.
Go to TNA, but he may or may not. But
whoever's offering money, I guess. Or we'll say, hey, we'll let you wrestle. Yeah, sure.
Going back to Japan.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
More popular than ever. After that, we got to see a really short matchup between Titus O'Neil and Stardust. And, they've had their interactions the past few weeks, but it's sort of like, okay,
Strange.
we're having this match for what reason?
No reason at all.
No reason, just to have it, just because they've had interactions in the past few weeks, and all of a sudden we're having a match. No implications towards the end. Nothing happens afterwards. It's just a match, and that's it. But Titus O'Neil ends up getting the victory, I guess, to showcase, the big guys for the Royal Rumble. After that, we did get to see Becky Lynch go up against Charlotte, and this was a solid matchup. Nothing too grand.
This was they pulled the trigger.
Yeah, finally for Charlotte.
Because it was weird. It was like she'd come up to the promo before and like, oh, you want a match again? Like, she wasn't like this the last Raw.
Yeah.
At all. She didn't have the snappy attitude towards her.
Yeah, she's been getting attitude lately and just finally evolved. And Becky Lynch did end up getting the victory, but Charlotte attacked afterwards. Finally.
Now she is a full-blown heel.
That is correct. So it's more than likely.
Correct.
That is correct. So more than likely we'll see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte at the
title and all that
Royal
stuff.
Rumble.
Blah, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. After that, we got to see a match that everyone was clamoring to see. Big Show versus Ryback.
All right.
And this match ends in a no contest after the Wyatt family appeared, started attacking Ryback, and then attacked the Big Show.
So now it's going to be the Wyatts versus Big Show and Ryback feud.
God, I hope not. Again, it was leading towards the Royal Rumble. Because after the beatdown, the Wyatts, Bray was like, they will all fall before me.
But Big Show is still gonna be like, I'm getting my revenge or whatever.
Whatever.
They may play that off or whatever and like
whatever. Who cares?
I guess they're done with the ECW guys.
More than likely, which is fine. After that, we got to see a tag match playa. Rusev teaming up with Del Rio as members of the League of Nations to go up against the Usos, and Rusev and Del Rio got the win. Anything to take away from the matchup?
My dad enjoyed it.
Yeah? You say anything funny?
He was asking who are some of these people. He remembered Del Rio, but he didn't know Rusev. Like, Rusev's a big boy. I was like, yeah, he is. Dad.
Well, which one is Jimmy and which one is Jay? Well, technically, both of their names start with the letter J, so they're both J.
That's for me.
They're both Jay Uso.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
That is correct. After that, we got to see Dolph Ziggler going up against Heath Slater, but Heath Slater was not alone. He had Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, and Curtis Axel with him. And somehow or another, Heath Slater wins with the dreaded roll-up of death. And and after that, they grabbed the microphone and said, once we were lost and now we're found. And then Curtis Axel is saying, the chains are off, the chains are off, the chains are off.
And then Adam Rose was saying something about flowers.
Flowers, yeah, we're flowers.
And then Bo Dallas, like, you just gotta believe in us and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And so they are
The
they're
social-
same characters,
Yeah.
but in a group.
They are united as one.
They'll
The
still be
social
loud
outcasts.
and obnoxious. Same characters.
So once again, Heath Slater has found himself in a faction.
I don't
Started
know if
with
it's
the
gonna be
Nexus,
successful.
then it went with the Core, then it was the one-man band, and now it's the Social Outcasts.
Out of all of them, I'm bummed to see where Bo Dallas
Don't forget Slater Gator.
and Slater are right now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Hopefully this can help them. But
I think this is a sink or swim situation for them. Like, this is probably their last effort, for Slater at least. It's like, look, you've been here for how many years now? And
weren't they were teasing doing some weird stupid crap with Adam Rose videos, and I guess they dropped it.
thank
They're
God.
dropping it.
I freaking hated that stuff.
I mean, he's still wearing the glasses.
The rose bush or whatever.
I wonder if they were still going to do it, but we're like, hey, we got another
boring.
idea. We don't know who pitched this idea. If those guys, they did or management did. You know, they may have done the.
They were trying to do
the New Day,
like the soup kind of stuff with Adam Rose, where he'd stand in front of a green screen and they have a little theme. He'd break down pop culture references and try and tie in WWE
regular
to
talk.
it.
Stop talking British because I know he's not British.
No,
just let him talk regular, and I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so but yeah,
I'm surprised Mizdow's not in it. Oh, not Mizdow.
yeah,
Sandow. Sorry.
Where is Sandow? I think that's something that everyone's kind of wondering because, like, the last time we saw him, he was apologizing to the fans, saying, "Hey, look, I know I did a lot of bad stuff, but you know, if you believe in me, I'm going to do great things." And that was it.
If you believe in me, maybe WWE will believe in me.
Yep. I mean, he did that little stint dressing up as Macho Man, and that was pretty much all.
Sometimes he's on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yeah.
Rapping some weird, character
rapping away. But anyways, the New Day came out, cut a promo, and they were interrupted by Chris Jericho. So, yay!
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 Yeah.
Not excited to see Jericho?
I mean, I'm always going to have love for Jericho.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, how many times can you come back? I'm back here to save. And, like,
he was just back at Night of Champions for that one night.
So he'll be back for the
Royal Rumble
one night. Or maybe back for a little bit just to do a little tiny feud. And then
I think leading up to the Royal Rumble. So he might be in a match or two. But he's probably going to team up with the Dudley Boys next week. Just watch. To go up against the New Day. Because they had the New Day going up against the Dudley Boys and Kalisto.
You know, Chris Jericho used to be my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
He's not anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean, I still have love for him, but he's like, dude,
it's like we need a shocking return. Oh, let's get Jericho. The fans will love that.
In my heart, man, you were my number one. Now you're like not.
You're like 5 or maybe 6.
You're like
15.
You're like 15.
It's 15. So, so we got to see the New Day defeat the Dudley Boys and Kalisto because New Day rocks.
Rudy Tooty Booty.
Day rocks. New Day rocks. Gyrate. Yeah, that's right. And after that, we got to see the main event of the evening, Roman Reigns going up against Sheamus, WWE Championship on the line. Vince McMahon as special guest referee. Nothing too special about the matchup. They were telling the story of the evil, corrupt referee who does a fast count for the heel, slow count for the good guy. And
one thing that cracked me up. You keep on
go
talking.
ahead. Go ahead.
And sorry, this is kind of skips towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But what cracked me up was after it did the thing, and then
the thing
where Vince McMahon gets hit with
Superman
a punch, and then what happens where Sheamus like kicks Roman, and then Vince McMahon's already up or whatever.
Yeah.
And he pins Roman, but he gets back on the ground, and like I thought Vince was gonna count it, and we're like, and Sheamus was like
calling for a ref.
I'm like, no, Vince is up. Why don't he freaking count it? I think that was bad.
Did you happen to see before the match, right before they went to commercial, where Vince flipped off a member of the crowd?
No.
Yeah, he did.
It was on the camera?
Yeah, they showed it. I'll have to see if I can find the picture. But yeah, like right before they went to break.
What were they saying for him to flip him off?
I have no idea. But apparently,
fuck you, Vince. Well, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no telling. But yeah, like right before they went to break, there he is giving them the bird, giving them the business.
Yeah, it's on next. Like, next
on Raw. Here's
hurry. How'd you? Oh, because you DV'd art or whatever, and you took a picture of it.
Yeah.
You should post that on.
Oh, it's already been.
It's already posted.
Yeah, it's all over the
whole
place.
internet.
Oh yeah, everyone saw it. So as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, someone sent me a screenshot of that. So.
What's that website you go to? It has memes and like gifs
9gag
automatically of wrestling. Remember how it's like something happens, like they need to make a gif of that on wrestling. You go to this page.
Oh
like,
yeah,
minutes later,
that was a Twitter page.
It's like instant.
Like wrestling gifs.
Someone does it instant. Oh,
or GIFs,
make a GIF.
whatever.
GIFs.
GIF or GIF, it doesn't matter.
I'll give you a gift.
Yeah, give me a gift.
Okay, give me here. I'll give you a hug.
Oh, yay. But yeah, the match itself was kind of bland, whatever. And then it took 3 referees for the match to end after Scott Armstrong came out and counted and Roman kicked out.
Vince was up there. He could have.
He was hurt. He was injured. Stephanie got involved as well.
Oh.
Yeah. But
that wasn't the exciting news.
No, because Roman Reigns did end up getting the victory. And Vince grabbed the mic and was like, "Oh, I hope you're proud of yourself. Hey, folks, there's your champion." And I was waiting for him to say, "Yeah, the guy who will punch out a 70-year-old man and mess with his daughter." And
one more thing I was going to say is Vince is actually still looking jacked for a 70-year-old man. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I was doing the Twitter account for WNS for Raw, and I was like, let's be honest, Vince is more ripped than a lot of us watching it right now. And a lot of people are always like, oh, well, it's steroids and steroid, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, dude, steroids or not, dude's jacked.
I was like, I don't know how well steroids will work on a 70-year-old man.
You figure his heart would give out by then.
I don't think he's doing steroids.
I don't know. There's no telling. But anyways, yeah, dude's looking ripped.
Yeah.
For 70 years old, shit. But yeah, the exciting news, McMahon grabs the microphone and says, "Oh, it's one versus all, huh? That's what you're saying, right? Well, we're going to put that to a test because you're going to defend your title at the Royal Rumble against 29 other competitors because you're going to be in the Royal Rumble defending your title."
Is it going to be 2 matches?
No, it will not be 2 matches.
So okay. They haven't given any details on this. Maybe they'll explain on Raw. How is this going to work?
Winner is the WWE champion of the Royal Rumble.
Huh.
They've done it before.
For the title?
Yes.
Really? When was this?
It was back in the 90s.
Wow.
Do you know who won?
No.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Really?
I believe so. I might be wrong on that, but I do believe so.
So let me get this straight. So if Roman wins, will they whoever was the second one or the last person get eliminated, will he have a title shot then at Mania?
My guess is that they're going to do what is it, Fastlane?
Yeah.
The next one. They're going to have a match there to determine the number 1 contender. Unless someone else wins, in which case I think there are only 2 viable options that could tell a story to sell tickets. One, you put Brock Lesnar in that match.
Yes.
And you have him win, which would set up a rematch for WrestleMania or something along those lines. Or you have Dean Ambrose turn on him.
Because they're trying their best. They're giving Roman Reigns everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gave a little bit of Triple
I was
H.
wrong. It was 1992 for the vacant WWF Heavyweight Championship. The winner, Ric Flair.
Oh.
He was entry number 3.
Wow.
So there you go. Fun little WrestleMania trivia.
I wonder where they're going to put Roman, though, in the Rumble.
I don't know. It is kind of a curious thing.
Like, I know that this... Okay, they gave him the McMahons.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give him Triple H, I believe, coming up when he comes back or whatever. I would assume. Roman Reigns. I'm just saying all this stuff. They're going to have Roman Reigns versus Triple H.
You think so?
I would think so. All this stuff and all define everything and stuff like that.
And maybe that's where The Rock will come into play. He'll be in the corner of Roman.
And then they're going to give him the Royal... I mean, he already won the Royal Rumble, did he?
He won it last year.
We don't want 2 years in a row of him. God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it. That's actually like... That's bumming me out.
Yeah?
Like, I'm liking Roman Reigns a little more, but I don't want him to win it 2 years in a row. Shit.
Yep, he was number 19 last year.
Piss.
The year before that was Batista at number 28.
It should have been Daniel Bryan.
It should have. Same as the following year. The one before that was John Cena. One before that was Sheamus. One before that was Del Rio. One before that was Edge, Orton, Cena, Taker, Mysterio, Batista, Benoit.
Ed Sheeran.
Lesnar, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, Vince McMahon.
Your mom?
He won the 1999 Royal Rumble. I remember that one vividly because that was whenever they came to Beaumont for Monday Night Raw to do their tapings. And the second episode was the week leading up to the Rumble. So they kick things off with Austin coming down to the ring, talking to Michael Cole. And he's like, Austin, we were just 6 days away from the Royal Rumble. And I'm like, wait a minute, Royal Rumble. And this is back before I realized that they were taping so far in advance. I was like, wait a minute. And keep in mind, I was in middle school, so I hadn't fully processed. So I was like, that's not this weekend. That's the next weekend. So and then I watched it. And I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. So yeah. So
that actually sucks that just to realize that. I'm really bummed about that he's going to win 2 years in a row. Possibly.
Yeah, he could possibly win 2 years in a row. And
and I understand they're actually trying to promote the fuck out of him and get him, boost him, and might as well let him win the Royal Rumble. Give him this. But is that really truly?
And not to mention, Brock Lesnar has been announced that he's coming back to Raw next week.
He's coming to SmackDown this Friday in Houston, Texas, at a house show.
It's not a SmackDown, but yeah, it is a house show.
Huh?
It's not SmackDown.
Oh, it's just a house show.
Yeah, it's a WWE Live event. But yeah, the Royal Rumble is my favorite match out of the year because you don't know. I mean, in recent years, they kind of telegraphed it as to who was going to win and stuff like that. So if they were to take Roman Reigns out of this match, I genuinely would not know who was going to win because I don't have a clue.
Yeah, because there's times have we ever been right for Royal Rumble? Rumble. I don't think I've ever been right.
Maybe a couple of times, but in recent years, we went with our heart instead of our head.
Yeah.
We all picked Daniel Bryan to win.
It was the year that Sheamus won. I didn't pick Sheamus.
No, I don't think hardly anyone did, yeah. But the year that Batista won, we all went with Daniel Bryan because it's that's the right decision to make. And they made the other decision, and then it got corrected in time for Mania. And then last year as well, we picked, okay, this is going to be your Daniel Bryan wins, and then he got eliminated and Roman Reigns won.
It's so televised.
Telegraphed.
I mean.
Yeah.
It's Roman has to win.
Yeah. Unless you give it to Lesnar. Other than that, I don't know. And if you're saying that you want Triple H versus Roman Reigns, then is it going to be for the title? What did I say?
Triple H versus...
Yeah, if you want Triple H versus Roman Reigns...
Triple H could be in the match. I don't know.
I don't know. Because he hasn't been on TV since the TLC pay-per-view. So he could come back for his revenge, but would it be for the title?
I don't know if you push him far enough, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
It sucks, though. I'm super pumped about what could happen with those new guys they're bringing in.
Yep.
And then just to be disappointed about
who's going to win it.
I mean, I know they're not going to win, even though it'll be freaking nuts. AJ Styles wins the belt.
In his very first matchup ever, he wins the Royal Rumble and becomes WWE champion.
I know it's not going to happen, and I'm still going to be excited if they come in there and do that stuff, and they're going to set some storyline for something else.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to win, of course. But...
and the fans are going to boo the heck out of it.
Romans, it just sucks because I'm half and half. I'm torn right now.
Yeah. What do you do? And like I said, the Royal Rumble is my favorite match of the entire year because of the unpredictability. You don't know who's going to come out win.
Well, it was for a while until the last few years. I don't like it that much anymore.
It's still a favorite of mine.
Really?
Second is Money in the Bank.
Same thing. It used to be, but not as much now.
Just because they telegraph it so much. It's we know exactly who's going to win. So what's the point in even watching
Next Money
sometimes?
in the Bank should be Kevin Owens, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, it might be. But with that being said, it is time to go into some hot topics. First bit of hot topic news. We got a lot of relationship stuff going on in the wrestling world. Zack Ryder came out and announced that he is dating Emma. So, again, got a little
all right.
Australian action going down under.
High five.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it. In other relationship news, Magnus married Mickey James over the holidays.
Married the hell out of Mickey James.
Yeah, he did. Even
all night long.
He even gave her a baby.
Really?
Yeah, they have a kid together.
Oh, is she just got a kid, or they just happened?
I think so.
Oh.
Within the last year or two.
Oh, she has a baby, or she's pregnant.
She has a child.
Yes. Gotcha.
So, Yeah. In other relationship news, Vaudevillain member Aiden English is set to marry Shaw Guerrero, daughter of Vicky and Eddie. So I guess during her time in NXT, they hit it off, started dating, and now looking to get married.
Congrats to everyone.
Yay. Love rules the world. So, yeah, for those who are planning on attending WrestleMania 32 in Dallas this year, we unfortunately will not be there. But if you're wanting to go to the Hall of Fame, tickets go on sale January 15th, and prices are ranging from $29 to $154. So make sure you save that cash.
Save that money.
That's right.
We
can save that money.
I was told that Ben and his friend are coming down to Dallas.
I'm so happy for them.
Yeah. They won't come down to see us or for your wedding.
They're not coming down for my wedding, but he'll go to freaking WrestleMania. Fucker.
Okay, he's not coming to your wedding. We need to bring WrestleMania to your wedding.
That's right. We'll get married at WrestleMania.
Yeah, there you go.
At WrestleMania. During WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen.
The next event, Daniel's getting married to Kelsey.
It's the co-main event. Yeah. It's like, it's only going to take like 10 minutes, I promise.
Did you just do a package pile driver tour?
Oh my God! I'm going to lay this smack down. No, anyways. Anyway, and also for those who want to go attend Access, it's going to be taking place Thursday, March 31st through Sunday, April 3rd.
I thought you were like, if people want to come to my wedding,
if you want to be if you want to be at my wedding, just show up at WrestleMania and bring a tux.
Just give the address so everyone can show up to your wedding.
Black Tie Affair is what it is.
It's in Port Acres, Texas.
What? No. God, you're wrong.
Horse and buggy.
No, not doing that either.
Yep.
None
we
of that.
all would be wearing overalls.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? You do that. Have you gotten your speech prepared, by the way? Their best man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not all.
Really?
But I'm still working on it.
I'm
but
impressed.
I can't tell you anything.
All right, then. All right.
It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, we'll see.
It is.
Who you been working with?
Working.
You've been conspiring with anyone, talking to anyone?
Maybe.
See how it is. All right.
My wife.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I was about to say, because if you were to name drop Noah, I would slap the hell out of you. That motherfucker thinks he's too good to be in my wedding.
We need to put the smack down on him.
We need to drop some elbows on him.
I want to drop an elbow on someone.
Mm-hmm.
Set him up. I'll drop an elbow on him easily, okay?
He broke my heart.
I know. And you know what I'm going to do to him for you? Bear hug the shit out of that
That's
motherfucker.
Right. You do that. At the wedding, too.
He's going to say no until he can't say no anymore.
And then we're going to throw him into the body of water that is outside of the venue.
Tie a brick to his leg.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's not that deep, but okay. I mean, it's probably like knee-deep water, so he's not gonna go very far.
Well, tie a brick to his
leg.
leg.
He'll just stand up and be like, "Well, that's inconvenient."
Tie a brick to his leg, and then tie a brick to his arm, and his other arm. Tie like 11 bricks. I don't know.
What are you planning to do to this guy?
No, like regular bricks, like cinder blocks.
Oh, so we're cinder blocking him now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're planning to do? I can't tell you.
I mean, do you want to just like skip the cinder blocks and go with like rain boots filled with cement?
Sure.
Okay. All right. We'll just do that then.
Okay.
And again, we'll just toss him into like knee-high water and he'll just stand there and be like, "This is very inconvenient." Now I'm all wet. Thanks, Tyler.
Good luck. You got to pay for...
You got to return that tux, and they're not going to give you your deposit back.
You got to... Whatever you just... Yeah, if that's your regular suit or whatever, you got to pay for it.
I need to check and see if everyone's done their tux stuff yet. I know you have.
I haven't completely, like, paid for it.
Yeah. But I need to see, like, where everyone is on that. So, or you can, since you're the best man. It's your job. You do it.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want me to do.
Nah, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll do something involved in this wedding.
I
haven't been told anything about the wedding. Like, if you ask me, hey, who's catering it? I don't know.
That's the same way. Same way as me. I'm like, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I keep going to Kelsey, and I'm like, is there anything I can do to help? Is there any, like, because she's talking about how stressed out she's getting over it all. I'm like, what can I do to help? Nothing.
Same.
All right.
Same.
I'm like, okay, that's
like,
on
okay.
you.
You be stressed then.
Yeah,
and I'll just be cool.
I'm gonna go back to playing Just Cause 3.
Yeah. Okay. Do your thing.
So it's gonna be the event of the year. going to be bigger than WrestleMania. So
Everybody, after they get married,
tickets are very exclusive.
They're going to get married, then they're all going to sit down. We're going to play Just Cause, okay?
No, we can do that for my bachelor party. But,
We'll play Just Cause all the time.
All the time. That's right. You know what's really cool about the game? And I know we're sidetracking from Hot Topics. Aside from the stuff I've already shown you that you can do that's really badass, you can challenge people to try and beat your records. So, like
what do you mean records? Like,
it keeps stats on you.
Yeah.
For, like, most people killed using a single grenade. Most people killed while parachuting the whole time. You know, like one parachuting session. Longest distance traveled in ragdoll mode.
oh, wow. So there's different things.
Yeah, and so like you can challenge your friends, like longest longest hang time on a jump in a vehicle or something like that.
You know anyone who else has the game?
Nope.
Oh.
So you and I can. There's like 2 achievements.
One thing that I was
that.
wondering,
You can challenge
I
someone.
saw like the jet or the plane or whatever, like carry the tank with all those tethers and stuff.
Yeah.
You know that big propane, that big round ball? Can you like, or whatever tank that is, that build or whatever, can you like tether it and like break it off and like still pull it around?
Maybe. If your tethers are strong enough. I know because you have to, like I said, you have to do certain challenges to get upgrades, and one of them is the tether strength. So like if you attach it, it will snap if it's not strong enough.
Okay, I was also want to say, like, how far up in the sky can you go? Because remember how those helium head people, like, brought that car up? Can you do that with the plane and let that thing just take you up and up and up and up and up?
I don't know.
It's like, I've had enough of this motherfucker. Boo!
Perhaps. Have to see. Have to test that theory out. Have to see what happens if you just keep floating up. So maybe eventually it just snaps and you fall back to the earth and explode.
This motherfucker.
That game is so much fun.
I'm gonna get it.
Back to the Hot Topic news. Stone Cold's podcast is going to be airing next week after Raw, featuring Ric Flair. So cool stuff on that. On the WWE Network side, Edge and Christian are beginning filming material for their upcoming show, Edge and Christian Show, that totally reeks of awesomeness.
Is it going to really reek of awesomeness, or
Probably
is it going to be
not.
super cheesiness?
Probably super cheesiness that some people are like, haha, that's so funny, and it'll be canceled after 6 episodes because it's it's a WWE Network show, and they tend to not carry shows,
That's
for very long.
surprising. That prank show was actually surprisingly like okay.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Swerved. There was Swerved. There was Table for Three. There's Legends House. There's
the most successful of all those is Table for Three, and which they haven't done one recently.
And there's Breaking Ground. All of these shows have yet to have a second season. So
I really think Table for Three will probably have another season. I hope, but how many other things can you get?
Yeah.
Oh no, we have AJ Styles.
Exactly. You bring all the new guys in. You can have more NXT guys. You can have, established WWE guys and all that. But I don't know.
Referees.
Yeah. So moving over. Well, no, we still have some WWE news. The Dudley Boys are getting a new DVD and Blu-ray. It's called Dudley Boys, straight out of Dudleyville. Set to be released April 11th. So be on the lookout for that one.
Also, when you pick that up, pick up Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, sure. Did you get to watch that movie?
Yeah, I liked it.
You did?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. So
very good.
I'll probably wait for it to come on one of the movie channels. But in TNA news, Taryn Terrell confirmed that she is finished with TNA. So
what's she going to do now?
I don't know. I was thinking about making it very... Anyways.
Do it.
Nope.
Do it.
Final bit of Hot Topic news.
She worked with him.
Huh?
She worked with... are you talking about her husband?
Yeah.
Whatever? Yeah.
I'm going to make a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
But it's not cool.
Do it.
The Rock is going to be producing a lot of stuff, actually. The first bit is a youth prison documentary called Rock in a Hard Place for HBO. It's going to be a look at one of the most hardcore and successful boot camp prisons in the world, debuting in May. So be on the lookout for that if you have HBO. I'm more excited for Game of Thrones, but, whatever. Also, The Rock is also producing a Fast and Furious inspired cop show for Fox entitled Boost Unit, where they follow the police officers in Los Angeles as they try and track down stolen vehicles. So, should be pretty interesting. Final bit of Hot Topic news. I don't know if you saw this one, Tyler, but Vader actually posted a picture of the WWE Hall of Fame logo on his Twitter account. So,
Vader time.
Do you think it's Hall of Fame time for Vader?
It's Vader time.
Vader
Going
time.
to the Hall of Fame.
Time.
Bitch. I said fame. Fame.
Fame. So there you go. So that's going to do it for the show this week. We certainly appreciate everyone. Make sure to comment and let us know what you thought of the show and all the discussions that we had earlier. If you have any questions for us, make sure you submit them on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, also our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. Subscribe to our show on iTunes, and if you happen to subscribe on iTunes, please leave us a review and a rating if you do so seem fit by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Goodbye.
Nope, he's still got stuff to do.
See you later.
Nope, he's still got stuff to do. He's still got stuff to do.
Yeah, I know. I'll do it later.
No, you can do it now.
If you want to find us on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm, well,
Can't forget the other listeners.
just
People
find us.
listen to us on Stitcher.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Stitcher.
yeah.
Yeah, find us.
And Beyond Pod and Player.fm.
Yeah, just find us.
And any other social media outlet that
Find
we
me.
might be appearing at that we are not aware of.
YouTube.
Sure, yeah, we already covered that one, but okay.
And YouTube.
And yes, again, we've
And
covered
the
that
other
one.
YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube 2.
Oh,
Find us on
YouTube
YouTube
Red?
too. What's that?
that's where you pay and there's no ads.
Oh, there's another thing where like you pay also and you can like watch YouTube and do something else at the same time or something like that.
That's
or
stupid.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
Okay.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. So there you go. Hopefully Doug will be back next week. Thank everyone for listening and putting through my blunders of the first 12 and a half minutes of this show as Tyler's microphone was not plugged on, plugged in, tuned in, turned on, whatever. Like I said, Doug, hopefully we'll be back next week, and we certainly appreciate everyone for listening. Good way to kick off 2016. Nice debates. Good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good.
I'll give this show a A-.
Cheerio.
Not
Cheerio.
too bad.
Yes.
So for the podcast crew, I am Daniel Heron.
You can see these nuts at Tyler Abear.
Oh my God. And we will catch you all next week.